And cool. All right. Hans Themistode, FightHype.com. They were Richardson Hitchins. How my brother feeling tonight, man?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great.
All right, man. We love to hear it, man. Gotta get your
Mhm.
thoughts on that ridiculous card. Mostly the main event. Andrade versus Benavidez. What did you kind of think about it before the fight actually happened, man?
I knew Benavidez was gonna win the fight.
Mm.
A lot of people look at Benavidez like the straightforward come guy, and he's just like aggressive, and he don't. They don't really speak about his skills, but I watched Benavidez, and Benavidez is one of them guys in boxing that I feel like he believe a lot in what he has. Like he believes a lot in his abilities. Like he's not a mover a lot, but he has great awareness in the ring, great reflexes, great hand speed, great punch placements. He utilizes his speed like very, very good. Like he's not a big puncher really, but I think that he uses speed and he places punches and he uses his eyes real good. So I felt like he had everything to bring the fight to Andrade. He got a great jab, he got great defense. Not great defense, but I want to say he had really good defense to where it's like you're just not gonna pick Benavidez apart just because he's coming forward. And I
Mm.
just knew that I just didn't see Andrade dealing with that. Like it was just, he I just felt like Benavidez was just too good. And I'm not saying that after the results. I bet it. Like I'm a betting man, especially when it comes to boxing. So I kind of knew like, all right, this fight, this is gonna go like that.
So you couldn't shoot me a text telling me to put my money on this. Like
Nah, yeah. No, it was like a slim chance. Like if I seen Andrade beat him, like it would like people were saying to Caleb Plant that Caleb Plant did what he did and he was able to keep Benavidez honest for a few. But I just felt like Caleb Plant had a good jab and good footwork to, keep Benavidez off of him a little bit. I didn't really see that with Andrade come fight night, but I just felt like I said, Benavidez is one of the top fighters to me.
it's a little bit surprising, only from the standpoint of, you're a pure boxer, man, and Andrade, he's a pure boxer. So if I had to guess, I would have thought maybe you'd have leaned towards Andrade moving around a lot, and he looked really good in those first 3 rounds. And then, like, can you kind of explain what kind of went
Yeah,
wrong?
I'm a pure boxer. A lot of people look at me like a pure boxer, but there's a lot more I can do in the ring. Like I can be like very aggressive. I can do a lot more. And I feel like my last fight, I kind of boxed and moved around, but that was out of me not trusting in my abilities. Like I feel like I have one of the best chins in boxing, like period. I have never like in a fight yet like took a punch or like it did like you seen any like any like oh shit look that hurt him and I've been hit good solid.
Nah, I was about to say, to be fair, man, I ain't really seen you get hit like that. Like, the defense is always on point, you know?
No, no, yeah, they say it's even about dudes done hit me. I done get Johnson in that fight. He done hit me with right hands, and I see like I thought I was down. I was like, oh shit, all right, I'm still good. I done been hit by Argenez Mendez with a clean hook, boom, clean right hand, see a flash, and it was like, yeah, I know I got hit, but my body ain't doing nothing to where the people know. So I know I could take a punch. I've been hit by big punch. I've been hit by Carlos Adames at 19 years old, and Carlos Adames always been big in me. And Carlos Adames is coming to knock me out in that ring. Like, and even though 16 ounces, the weight difference made up
Yeah.
for the, you know what I'm saying? I still felt it because he was so big. I've been hit by a lot of big punches. So I feel like people look at me like a pure boxer, but I'm one of them guys that I can switch it up, but it's just with experience. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm getting that experience and learning myself more as a fighter. I think that in the coming years, it's gonna come complete. It's gonna be like, okay, like this is what he was talking about back in that fight hype interview. So we'll just have to see.
If you had to, you said you were a betting man. So let's just say that Canelo fights Benavidez May 2024. Everybody gonna be in the building for that one, man. Like, who would you put your money on with that, man?
I would if I was a betting man, I would pick Benavidez just because the activity. I think he's gonna utilize his hand speed and he's gonna place good punches. He has a great jab. He has a great jab. He has a good jab also. He's gonna utilize his jab, utilize his distance. He's the taller man. He know how to use his distance. And And in them spots where Canelo's kind of like, you know, putting his hands up and shit like that, I think he's gonna utilize his hand speed. He might not score a lot on Canelo because Canelo is not an easy guy to hit, but I think that he'll still be still on a lot of rounds. I think he's just like he's just slightly a little better man as than Canelo as far as the size and just like his grit. He got a good chin. Like I don't see him just like I just don't really see. It's like how Canelo going to deal with that. We'll have to see. Like Canelo's not really a combination punch. He's more of a one punch, two punch.
Yeah,
This kid is coming way different.
gotcha. Shifting gears, man. I mean, shit. The fight of the night really was Ergashev versus Matias. Matias probably lost those first 2 rounds, and then, like he always does, he just beats the crap out of people, man. Like,
Mm-hmm.
did you kind of look at it and say, I'll deal with this guy easy? Or were you just saying, like, nah, this dude is a problem, man?
Yeah, I've been thought Matias was a different type of problem for a lot of 140s. You know, there's a guy that's always in shape. There's a guy that always in shape, and there's a guy that's willing to take whatever to give to. Matias mindset kind of gets him. Like he's all he know he's gonna he relies on a grueling pace, and a fighter like that is really the main game plan. You gotta know how to box. Period. You gotta know how to box. Like when I say box, not moving around the ring and just hitting and not get hit. You gotta know how like what you're doing in all areas on the inside, outside. You gotta know how to do what you're doing in that ring. And like the lead up to the fight, it was a little funny shit that I seen with Ergashev that I knew. Like I was just like, I mean, I don't know what he's doing in camp, but it just don't look smart. He's training in Florida while Matias is training in Mexico and high altitude. And Matias is already a guy that's bringing a high pace. You're training in Florida is like that stupid. Two, Ergashev, I've been watching Ergashev for my whole like my professional career. But a lot of people said I ducked Ergashev because of the mandatory they try to come to me. A lot of people try to say that, but people don't know that Matias is supposed to sign a deal with Eddie Hearn, a 3-fight deal with Eddie Hearn, and they was trying. I guess Eddie was trying to line that fight up, and that so we you know the Ergashev fight was kind of like why fight a mandatory when you know Eddie's gonna have control of Matias, and you know he could tell Matias, hey, we'll have you and Richardson fight. So that was kind of the works behind the plans. But watching Ergashev, I already knew like people understand like boxing is a natural thing. Like you're not gonna switch up because you get an opponent. Like this guy showed no jab ever in his career. He never showed nothing but a straight left. Never. He never showed nothing. He showed straight left and he loved distance. That's all he that was one part. He just had one-dimensional game. He never showed nothing like nothing. Even every fight, it was the same shit. So well, it was nothing hard for Matias to kind of get around. It was like, all right, we know he coming with that dynamite straight left. All right. This shit ain't all right, cool. I got a little sun on it, but I'm gonna get to him. The minute it was like Matias, it's like you got a shotgun and a dude put up a force field and he's just you shooting a gun, yeah, it's it's putting cracks in the force field, but the dude is still coming forward. When he gets to you, like, what do? It's like you got nothing else. You don't got a force field of your own to get away from that shit. You don't got no other tools. You don't got nothing to go around the force field. You just had something to come right at it. So that's kind of how I looked at that fight. Like
Yeah.
if I fought Ergashev, all I was doing away was he just got a straight left. Same shit when I told people with Zepeda. Zepeda has nothing but a straight left. There's nothing he's gonna do. The Regis Prograis when he fights Devin Haney, he has nothing but a straight left. We're not gonna see him. You're not gonna see Regis Prograis check hooking, jabbing up and down, slipping and shooting, rolling shots. You're not gonna see that. You're gonna see Regis Prograis with the good defensive skills. He's not. I don't think Regis Prograis is the easiest hittable guy, but as far as what he's coming, like what he's sending your way, it's not hard to figure out. He's coming with a straight left. That's it. He's not coming with a dynamite uppercut. He's not coming with there's nothing really to figure out. It's like we know what to take away. You know what I'm trying to say?
For sure. But to keep the focus on Matias, and I'm only keeping the focus on him because like I know a lot of people were just talking like we really wonder how Richardson Hitchins would deal with a guy like that because it's pretty much like you said, a guy who you know he's coming. He's not trying to box, man. He's just trying to fight, man. And you're not trying to brawl. You're gonna keep him on the outside. Beautiful boxing. Like is Ergashev more so is that a difficult style for you to deal with, or is it more so like, nah, it should be pretty easy?
I mean, we'll have to see when we get in there. We'll have to see when we get in there. That fight's gonna have to do a lot. That fight was gonna have to do with a lot. It's not just gonna have to do with just boxing skills. It's gonna have to do with how we prepare in camp. Because, like I said, Matias is a guy that's always gonna come prepared. He's not. That's his game. He's coming in shape. He's coming to impose his will on you. Impose all the work he did in camp. Everything. He's gonna impose that. If you're not in shape to withstand what he's bringing or all that, you're gonna just fall like the rest. So that's just a fight, but we'll have to see.
Is he, or is there like a specific route that you want to take in terms of like grabbing one of those belts? Because once you grab one, you're gonna automatically not be ranked in like another sanctioning body. So do you kind of want to
Yeah,
go for it?
I people say that the IBF like I never knew nothing about belts till I signed with Eddie. I never had a ranking belt when I was with Mayweather Promotions. I've been signed with Eddie for what, like a year and like a few days now.
Yeah.
So when for the first ranking belt they gave me was the IBF belt. And when they had me like do the 10-pound shit and all that, like I couldn't weigh in. That took a lot. It took some out of me. So I told my man. So if you look after the fight, they made me fight John Bowser. When I fought John Bowser, it was for a little WBC belt. So it was another because I told them like, yo, I'm not doing this 10-pound shit. So I feel like if I fight a guy like Matias, I want to be at 100%, and that'll be a reason why it's like I'm not going to fight you in an IBF because I know that I'm not. I'm a big 140. Like, I'm not a small 140. If you see me, like I'm a good size 140. So I feel like me having having to like, how can I say, like put myself in a bad position. Yeah, it's for a world title, but it's still that's a big challenge, Matias. I'm not going to act like, oh, that's not a huge challenge. I would want to come in and fight my best. So the IBF route is like we'll have to see like how how things go. If we could get a nutritionist to make sure that that 10-pound allowance don't don't harm me no type of way and shit like that. But any Pacific route I'm trying to go, I mean, I would fight any champion. That's just the only organization I was kind of like, what the fuck? Like I can't gain more. I gain 10 pounds like this. Like I drink a Gatorade, eat breakfast. I'm 10
Yeah.
pounds. When I fought Alamo, I actually felt like I was still making weight that Friday. Like it sucked. Like I was sitting we always eating as a team. And I'm just sitting there like, the fuck? I can't even eat more than this. Like, you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, for sure. Um, do you look at Matias, and obviously not talking about yourself, but do you look at Matias as like the guy at 140 pounds, or do you look at it as Devin Haney? Because I know you think Devin's going to beat Regis. Do you think it's Teofimo Lopez? Like, who do you think is actually the guy?
I don't know. Everybody got to fight everybody. I can't answer that question. I can't say if it's Devin Haney, if it's Matias. I mean, this weekend was Devin Haney. I mean, Matias week. Another week and a half or some change is going to be Devin Haney week, and then we're going to be talking about Devin Haney if he or Regis Prograis. Regis Prograis gets the W. So we just never know. Like that's just how boxing goes.